Well, first of all, I would try to ascertain exactly what was the communication problem per se, and then see if there's some resolution that I could find. Depending on the length of the remainder of the meeting and the dialogue between me and the partner interpreter would kind of affect what decisions were made at that time. This definitely affects our deaf participants as well as our hearing participants and the team. At this point, without knowing exactly what linguistic problems were being faced, my first suggestion would try to get the deaf people together with my partner and figure out some options. One might be that the two interpreters could sit side by side in order to facilitate when communication starts possibly to break down, for me to be able to take over if appropriate, or to feed depending on what's taking place. To discuss with the interpreter what their comfort level is and what problems they're experiencing with the content, and try to develop some type of strategies for certain, if it's terminology, how I would feed that if it was needed, and improve the communication between the team. But I believe that sitting down side by side, or standing if it needs, the non-working interpreter could be a little bit behind the working interpreter, and that way they would be able to step in and talk behind the ear of the working interpreter. Or if the working interpreter was continuing to struggle, we would have to figure out some type of braking system. But at the best answer I could think I can come up with now to solve the problem is, it depends. Good answer, right? I have found that a lot of the time when you include the consumers with the practitioners, we generally can come up to some type of consensus and to solve the problem. So therefore, to kind of summarize again, have the discussion with all the players involved, the deaf consumers as well as the team interpreter, to identify what the problems are and to come up with a solution, mainly being our placement of where we stand or sit and the angles thereof for the interaction between the interpreting process. Potentially jot down, if it's a register issue with terminology, then would be able to be ready to feed the interpreter if that was the case. Other than that, well, I think that's my answer, and it appears that I'm going to learn something this weekend and be able to give you a better answer next time.